Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is your teacher from IYS School, Class 6 English. So, before we start our lesson today, I have some instructions which you need to follow. Listen to the lesson attentively, follow your teacher's instruction, take screenshot of the slides, and do work in the grammar portion of your exercise copy, whether it's a homework or a classwork. So today our topics are reading comprehension and translation of present tense and past tense of Urdu sentences into English. So what is a reading comprehension? Comprehension is the understanding and interpretation of what is read. A major goal of reading comprehension is to help students to develop the knowledge, skills, and experience that they must have to become competent and enthusiastic readers. It not only improves your vocabulary, your reading skills, but also makes you a good reader. So, the reading passage is read the passage carefully and answer the questions given below. So first we'll read the passage and try to figure out the answers of the questions. I'm reading the passage. At the age of 77, Grandpa was a big man, over 6 feet tall and weighing around 200 pounds. Grandma was a small woman in her early 60s, about 5 feet tall and between 7.5 and stone. They were very poor. Grandpa depended on odd jobs such as plowing orchards and pruning to get a few pounds to keep us all. He, with my brothers, Eric and Roy, trapped rabbits, and the boys used to pick fruits on Saturday mornings during the fruit season. Early in the year of 1898, Grandpa became very ill. A doctor came twice a week to give him treatment, but his condition got worse and he died in October that year. I had turned 4 years old in August and remember Grandpa's illness and his funeral quite well. So, the first question is, what did Grandpa do? So, we'll come to the passage again and try to find out this answer. So, it is that Grandpa depended on odd jobs such as plowing orchards and pruning. So, this was the work which Grandpa used to do. So, the answer to our question is Grandpa depended on odd jobs such as plowing orchards and pruning. So, the second question, which three people trapped rabbits? So, here we are getting an answer that he is who? Grandpa. Grandpa with my brothers. That means brothers are Eric and Roy. Trapped rabbits. So, Grandpa, Eric and Roy trapped rabbits. So, the answer is Grandpa, Eric and Roy. The third question, when did Grandpa die? So, here we are looking for the answer. Yes, he died in October that year. Here, that year is the year mentioned early in the passage, early in the year 1898. So, the year was 1898. Grandpa died in October 1898. So, we got the answer. He died in October 1898. So, the fourth question, when did the boys pick fruits? So, yes, the boys used to pick fruits on Saturday mornings during the fruit season. So, here we got the answer. They picked fruits on Saturday mornings during the fruit season. Now here it is, write a synonym of for orchard. Now question 5 is, we have to write the synonym. Synonym is a similar word for orchard. We read that they used to plow orchards. So that means that you can grow something there like fruits, vegetables. So Orchard, synonym for orchard is garden. So now you have to take the screenshot. Now I'm showing you the passage again. Take the screenshot of the passage so that you can do it as a classwork in your copy. And these are the question answers of that reading comprehension. You have taken the screenshot. Now we'll move towards our next topic. The next topic today is translation of Urdu sentences of present and past tense into English. So first of all, before we start the translation, we'll review the simple present tense and the past tense. So the positive sentence, that means the affirmative sentence of simple present tense structure is subject plus verb, that is the first form of verb, or either we add s or es plus object. The example is, he plays football daily. If we use the pronoun he, then here we use s. And if I say I use the pronoun I say I play football daily. Then the negative sentence structure is subject plus do or does plus not plus verb's first form plus object. The example is, he does not play football daily. Now we'll come to the interrogative sentence structure. Does plus subject plus verb's first form plus object plus question mark. Here in interrogative sentence, as it is a question, we'll put a question mark. The example is, does he play football daily? And question mark. So now we'll come to the usages and examples of simple present tense. Simple present tense is used for something which is true or factual. That means that is a fact, you can't change it. So the general truth or a fact is, Chinese people eat a lot of rice. That means in China, people eat rice. So that's a general fact. The permanent truth is, I am a teacher and he is a father. So yes, of course, I'm a teacher. That's the permanent truth. So the third is mathematical truth or a fact. 1 plus 1 equals 2. That means when you add 1 to 1, it will come to 2. Some are habitual. That means I drink coffee every day. That means I drink coffee every day. That is something you do every day. That means it's a habit of yours. Recurring, that happens by the period of time. It snows every winter. That is, in winter season, it snows. So after every period of time when winter comes, it snows. Mental state. I think she is very kind. That means that's her thinking, she thinks about it, that she is kind. It's her opinion. Now, number 2 is describing feelings and senses. That means I feel very cold, I am freezing. This is your feeling. That means this is related to your senses. Number 3 is giving instructions and directions. Open the box on the table. Take out the hand beater and beat the eggs until they are creamy. These are all the directions. Media announcements. Earthquake hits New Zealand. Timetables. The train leaves at midnight. That means at midnight is the time period where the train leaves. After, when or if to form a time clause. I like to sky when it snows. When it snows, I like to sky. Now, simple past tense. I, that is subject, with simple past second form of verb, that is solved. The first form is solve and then it is solved. That is the regular verb. Plus object, the sum. I solved the sum. In positive sentences, subject plus simple past verb second form plus object. Example, he played football. Negative structure, subject plus did plus not plus verbs plus object. Now here we are using verbs first form. Why? Because did is already in the past tense. For example, he did not play football. Did is in past tense and play is the first form of verb. Integrative sentences, did plus subject plus base form, that is the first form, plus object plus question mark. Did he play football? Now here, did is in past tense, so we use the first form of verb, that is play. Now, past tense is used. We use simple past tense. These are the usages to express a completed action at a definite time in the past. When I was little, we lived in another village. That means when she was young, they lived in another village. That it has been in the past. To express past habits, something which you used to do, something that was your habit in the past. I woke up very late at weekends when I was a teenager. So this was something I used to do when I was a teenager. When we use simple past tense to talk about actions that happened at a specific time in the past, you use a time expression. What's the time expression? That is something you use like yesterday, the words like yesterday that indicates the day when you had done something, or the month like last month, something you did last month. That's the time expression that tells you that something happened at a particular day or particular month or particular time. It can be used to describe events that happened over a period of time in the past. Okay, and it is also used to talk about habitual or repeated action that took place in the past. Something you used to do in the past, or something that some actions that keep on repeating at a particular time in the past. So this is when we use simple past tense. Now, this is the formulas which we use for the different verbs. Like for to be, we use was and were. In positive, in negative, we use was, were plus not. And in interrogative, we use was and were in the starting of the sentence with subject plus and then ending is in the question mark. So this is the form of a question. Was, were plus subject. Then, if you are using verbs, if it is a regular verb or an irregular verb, you'll use the second form of verb. Okay, and in negative, you'll use did not with the verb's first form because did is is in past tense, so we will use the verb's first form. And in question form, that is interrogative form, we'll start the sentence with did plus subjects plus verbs first form and the ending is with question mark. So the positive examples are you were lucky, she was lucky. We went to school. So went is the second form of verb for the verb go. Okay. The first form is go and the second form is went. So for a negative, you were not lucky. She was not lucky. We did not go to school. And for interrogative, were you lucky? Was she lucky? Did we go to school? I hope you reviewed, you understood the simple past and present tense. So now we will come to the identification of simple present tense in Urdu. So simple present tense is also called fe'le hal. Simple present tense in Urdu it is called fe'le hal. So now we are going to identify fe'le hal in Urdu sentences. In Urdu, जुमले के आखिर में ता है, ती है, ते हैं के अल्फाज आते हैं. That means that in Urdu, when the sentence ends with ta hai, ti hai, and te hai, then the sentence is in simple present tense, that is fe'le ha. For example, वो स्कूल जाता है. He goes to school. वो खेलती है. She plays. हम स्कूल जाते हैं. We go to school. So ता है, ती है, and ते है. Here tells us that these sentences are in simple present tense, that is फेले हाल. Now we come to the positive or the affirmative sentences in present tense. वो हर रोज सैर को जाता है. He goes for a walk daily. Now, बारिश मौसलाधार होती है. Now here मौसलाधार means something heavy, heavy rainfall. So it rains heavily. बारिश मौसलाधार होती है. It rains heavily. हम हर रोज वर्जिश करते हैं. We do exercise daily. हर रोज means daily. मैं सिगरेट से नफरत करता हूँ. I hate smoking. So again here ता है, ती है, ते है, and ता हूँ. That means it indicates the simple present tense. Negative sentences. वो अपने उस्ताद का अदब नहीं करता. Here नहीं tells us that it's a negative sentence. So he does not respect his teacher. सारा खत नहीं लिखती. Sarah does not write a letter. हम शाम को हॉकी नहीं खेलते हैं. We don't play hockey in the evening. वो लोग वर्जिश नहीं करते. They do not do exercise daily. Again, ta, ti, te. That tells us that it's the present tense, and nahi tells us that it's in the negative. So now we come to the interrogative sentences. क्या वो हर रोज सैर को जाता है? Now here ता है, and क्या. Now here क्या tells that it's a question. The question starts with क्या. So does he go for walk daily? क्या हम हर रोज वर्जिश करते हैं? Do we do exercise daily? So this is the negative interrogative sentence of simple present tense. Now you have to take the screenshot of the slide so that you can do it in your copy in the grammar portion as a classwork. Take the screenshot. Hope you have taken the screenshot. Now we'll move towards identification of simple past tense in Urdu. So simple past tense in Urdu is called फेले माजी. So in Urdu के जुमले के आखिर में बड़ी छोटी या alif आता है. That means when the sentence is in simple past tense, the ending of the sentence will be in बड़ी छोटी या or alif. So the positive sentence. मैंने चाय पी. Now here it is छोटी ये. So that means this is a simple past tense. I drank tea. So the past tense of drink is drank. मैंने खत लिखा. Here the ending is alif. So मैंने खत लिखा. I wrote a letter. The past tense of write is wrote. हम कल दरिया पर गए. Here it is बड़ी. We went to river yesterday. कल tells you that it happened yesterday. So yesterday is the indication of कल. हम कल दरिया पर गए. We went to river yesterday. Now negative sentence. We use did not in negative sentence. हफीज ने मेरी मदद नहीं की. Now here nahi tells you that this is negative, and chotiye is here that tells you that it is in simple past tense. So the translation: Hafiz did not help me. Hafiz did not help me. Now उन्होंने रेडियो सेट नहीं खरीदा. उन्होंने रेडियो सेट नहीं खरीदा. They did not buy a radio set. मैंने आपको खत नहीं लिखा और मैंने तुम्हें खत नहीं लिखा. For आपको and तुम्हें we use the pronoun you. I did not write a letter to you. मैंने आपको खत नहीं लिखा. I did not write a letter to you. मैंने तुम्हें खत नहीं लिखा. I did not write a letter to you. So, interrogative sentence, that is sentence in question form. क्या आपने नई किताब खरीदी? क्या तुमने नई किताब खरीदी? Now, translation. Did you buy a new book? For आप also you use you, and for तुम also you will use you. Now, क्या हमने अजायब घर देखा? Did we see the museum? So, take the screenshot of the slide so that you can do it as a classwork in your copy. Yes. Take the screenshot of the slide so that you can do it as a classwork in your grammar portion of your copy. So we'll move towards our next slide. क्या मोची ने जूतों की मुरम्मत की? Did the cobbler mend the shoes? That's the interrogative sentence, another example for it. So now we'll move towards our next slide. Examples of present indefinite tense or the present simple present tense. आसिम स्कूल जाता है. आसिम goes to school. धोबी कपड़े धोता है. The washerman washes the clothes. गाय घास खाती है. The cow eats grass. वो शोर मचाते हैं. They make a noise. So here we are using ta hai, ti hai, te hai. That indicates that these are the sentences of फेले हाल, that is simple present tense. तुम गीत गाती हो. You sing a song. बंदर पेड़ पर चढ़ता है. The monkey climbs up the tree. वो खाना बनाती है. She cooks food. मैं पानी पीता हूँ. I drink the water. वो हमें रियाजी पढ़ाता है. He teaches us mathematics. मैं हर रोज मस्जिद जाता हूँ. I go to masjid every day. So these are the examples of simple present tense or the present indefinite tense. So take the screenshot. You have to do it as a classwork in your copy. I hope you have taken the screenshot. We'll move towards our next slide. That is the example of past indefinite or simple past tense. So the number one is वो कल मेरे पास आया था. He came to me yesterday. कल indicates yesterday. हम उसे अस्पताल में ले गए. We took him to the hospital. हम उसे अस्पताल में ले गए. We took him to the hospital. मैंने उसे सजा दी. I punished him. Now here the sentence is ending with alif, badi a and choti a. So that tells us that it is in simple past tense. That is फेले मासी. वो शाम की गाड़ी से आया. He came by the evening train. वो मेरे दोस्त से मिला. He met with my friend. परसों बारिश हुई. So परसों is it your day before yesterday. परसों is day before yesterday. For कल we use yesterday and for परसों we use day before yesterday. It rained day before yesterday. शिवानी ने कल गीत नहीं गाया. Shivani did not sing a song yesterday. हमारी टीम ने मैच नहीं खेला. Our team did not play a match. मैंने उससे अंग्रेजी नहीं पढ़ाई. मैंने उसे अंग्रेजी नहीं पढ़ाई. I did not teach him English. क्या तुम गर्मियों की छुट्टियों में रोज पढ़ते हो? Do Did you study daily in the summer vacation? गर्मियों की छुट्टियां, that is summer vacation. तो क्या तुम गर्मियों की छुट्टियों में रोज पढ़ते हो? Did you study daily in the summer vacation? So now take the screenshot of the slide so that you can do it as a classwork in your copy. Hope you have taken the screenshot. So now this is the home task. Do the reading comprehensions in the grammar portion of your exercise copy. That is the one I shared with you is your classwork, and the following which I will share now will be your homework. And the second is do the provided translations in the grammar portion in your exercise copy. That means that the previous slides which you have taken the screenshots will be done as a classwork. And now I'm going to share your homework. This is the homework for the translation. You have to translate the following Urdu sentences into English sentences. I read out the first sentence. मेहनती तालिब इल्म इनाम पाते हैं. Number 2. हवाई जहाज अड्डे पर कब उतरा. Number 3. उन्होंने हमारे मशवरे पर अमल किया. Number 4. तुम बाजार से सेब नहीं खरीदते हो. Number 5. हम रोज अखबार पढ़ते हैं. Number 6. क्या वो सबक याद करती है. Number 7. मैंने एक कैमरा खरीदा. Number 8. तुमने अपना वादा पूरा ना किया. So these are the sentences. These are total 8 sentences which you have to do in your grammar portion as a homework. You have to translate these Urdu sentences into English sentences. I hope you have taken the screenshot. Yes. So now we'll move towards the homework of the reading comprehension. It is read the passage carefully and answer the given questions. I'll read the passage. Flogi and Segi are from Sweden. Last year they went on holiday to Spain. One night they went out for their dinner. They looked for a good restaurant. Outside one restaurant, they saw a man and a woman. The man looked cool and he smiled. Flocky and Siggy greeted him and he answered them in Swedish, their language. He told them he was Swedish like them. The restaurant was called La Hacienda. They asked the man if it was a good restaurant. He recommended it and said it was excellent. He said it had the best food in Spain. Floki and Slig trusted the man because he was from their country and they went in. They sat at a nice table beside the window. They ordered paella. The waiter brought the dish. It was terrible. There were only 2 small prawns in it. The chicken was undercooked and the rice was sticky and horrible. The wine was like vinegar and the water was warm. At the end of the meal, the waiter gave them the bill. It was very big. When they left the restaurant, the Swedish man was still there. Flocky and Siggy told him he was wrong about the restaurant. They said it was dreadful, really awful. They asked him, why did you recommend it? Because I am the manager, he answered. So this is the reading comprehension. Take a screenshot. And now we'll move towards the questions. Why did Flocky and Sick go to Spain? Number 2, why did they believe the Swedish men? Number 3, name the dish they ordered and what were the ingredients? Number 4, how was the food and the wine? Number 5, what did they tell the Swedish men about the meal? So, this is all for today. I'll show you the homework again. This is the home task which you have to do. This is the translation. Take the screenshot. Okay, I hope you've taken. Now, this is the reading comprehension. That's the homework which you have to do. This is the first para. And this is the second para. Take the screenshot, please. And these are the questions. So, this was the homework. I'll repeat this is your classwork, which you have to do it in your copy of translation. You have taken the screenshot of simple present classwork. Now this is simple past. This is the homework for simple past. Yes, this is the first slide of simple past. And this is the second. Now we'll move towards the exercise of simple present. Take the screenshot. This is your classwork. And this is simple past. This is your classwork. So, I hope you have taken the screenshot. And this is your classwork of reading comprehension. I hope you have taken the screenshot. Yes. There are 5 questions in all. Yes. Have you taken the screenshot? So, I hope you understood the translation of simple present and past tense and reading comprehension became easy for you. So, this is all for today. Allah Hafiz.